welcome to Stone Reacts. So glad you're all here joining me today. So we're going to do a reaction to Foodie Beauty, who posted a video about 5 hours ago called Breakfast Mukbang. And the beginning, it has a note saying, please listen to this video in its entirety to understand my content and intentions going forward. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. All right, let's see what her intentions are.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video that you're probably not gonna like. So yes, I'm going to do one last video. I came up with a schedule for content that I think is going to work for me a lot better, something that I'm going to really enjoy. But before I get to that, I'm going to just update you a little bit on how I'm doing for those of you who are here mostly for that kind of part of my life.
Which only means that she feels compelled to talk about it, whether we want to hear it or not. So let's see what she's got to say.
The attempts at a health journey kind of part of my life.
Attempts, not even.
So, so first of all, here was what I'm having for breakfast. Having some oatmeal.
So there's nothing wrong with oatmeal, but if you're trying to lose weight and you're trying to cut carbs to do that, this is not what you would choose. The eggs, excellent. Yeah, that's what you should be eating. Maybe get some meat on the side or something, or just the eggs. I mean, 2 eggs is a good portion.
I don't have any milk left, but there's a little bit of maple syrup, not much, some flax seeds and chia seeds, and 2 hard-boiled eggs with a bit of salt and pepper and some water. So, first off, I finally have an appointment this evening with a therapist. And,
now, keep this in mind. This is something that Chantal does through every cycle, is set up an appointment with a therapist. She might go to one appointment and then she will never go again. Likely that is going to be the same case in this particular situation.
Yeah, so I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not going to lie. I really hate therapy, and I've talked about that before. I've been to many therapists in my time. I've been to a psychiatric.
See, I'm going to tell you, just from my own experience of talking to other people who have gone through therapy, it can be really hard to have those conversations to discuss your issues. A lot of times people don't want to like dig that up and then feel those emotions again, and it can be heavy. It can be very heavy sometimes. I know I've been through therapy and over the years, and it gets heavy, right? You have to confront the issues, and it's not fun. But the good thing is that after you do it, you feel a lot better. You feel like you talked about it, you found a good way to cope with the issue, and you can move forward. But she never goes to therapy long enough to see any type of benefits. Just from my own experience and knowing other people who went through it, like therapy, it takes years, right? If you have, and she has a lot of stuff that she's went through, supposedly, allegedly, and she had a kind of crazy youth, so that can mess the kid up, right? And then they take it into their adult years. But Chantal needs to invest in herself, and she needs to spend more time in therapy, digging into those, deep crevices that nobody ever really wants to visit, because she's never going to change unless she gets over whatever it is that's kind of keeping her in this mindset of binge eating and, food just being the center of her attention. I mean, there has to be something deeper to it, and she just has to find out what that is and sort through it.
Hospital, I've worked in one, but, so yeah, Bismillah. I don't know if you want a beauty bite, but, I knew something was missing. Banana. I'm gonna mash a banana into it.
Yeah, I mean, that's
So I'm
another
not
thing.
eating
Look,
any.
bananas are really good for you. There's nothing wrong with bananas. But if she wants to lose weight, it's not the go to, right? But bananas are very healthy. It just, I wish she would take a more aggressive approach to her diet and clean out the carbs because what I noticed in myself is the more carbs I eat, the more carbs I want. The less carbs I eat, the less I desire it. It's the same thing with like sugar. If you're eating candy constantly or sweets constantly, you constantly crave it. You just want it more and more. So she needs to kind of exclude that stuff and have a cleaner diet. But we know she's not going to do it.
Yeah.
That's asking way too
Conditioned
much
to
of
be
her.
doing all these challenges. Like I need to just get real and learn, healthy coping mechanisms with life. Now, that being said, I'm not going to be going to OA or Food Addicts Anonymous or whatever it is because
Yeah, because
I
wasn't she initially going to sign up with Overeaters Anonymous and she was trying to find a sponsor? I didn't even know they had that over there, but I guess it's a good thing they have it. Unless she's doing it online, I don't know. But again, she's changing her mind. She's deciding not to do something because it just doesn't fit her desire. Her, like she just doesn't. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But all right,
can't be abstinent.
can't be abstinent.
Um,
What do you mean? Wait.
or Food Addicts Anonymous or whatever it is
Okay.
because I can't be abstinent.
Well, I don't think anybody's telling you to not eat food at all. You have to clean your diet up. Get rid of most of the carbs. Get rid of anything sugar, even your fake sugar. Just avoid it. It's not healthy for you to have too much of that. Like if you want to have one soda a day, diet soda, that's fine a day. I get it. You're totally addicted. I understand, but you shouldn't be drinking too many of those.
Um, what I can do is just listen. If I feel like I just want to hear other people's stories, but I can't be abstinent right now. I don't even know if that's something that I believe in when it comes to food.
I would like to know more of how she defines abstinence. Like, what exactly is she talking about? That's what I want. Is she talking about eating a strict diet, completely cutting carbs, restricting her calories, not eating at all, just drinking water? I don't know the context of what she's talking about. I think we need more details.
I'm just confused and I don't know. So I'm going to try the therapy right now. And this is why I don't feel like I can do a health journey on my channel. Because number one, to have a successful channel, you kind of have to pick a niche, right? It's not just for the content, so just hear me out. But I don't want to have like a confusing channel that goes from being super personal and depressing to something lighthearted. Like it confuses people, and I get that. And I don't want to do that to you guys.
You might be confused, but I don't think any of us are confused. We're used to it. You've always been like this. This yo-yoing that you do and going back and forth with things. This is so you. This none of us are surprised. I can probably promise you that none of us are surprised. Um, Look, you're doing a vlog on your own life. It's going to go all over the place, right? Because people's lives go all over the place. You're trying to hyper manage your narrative, and it's not going to work because you're very impulsive. You have diarrhea of the mouth. You tell on yourself all the time. You have no content, no true content. So you have to fill it with this empty BS that you do on your lives and on your videos where you basically talk about nothing, or you're just talking about how much you hate reactors, um, poking fun at people. Like none of this surprises me at all, like this behavior in her.
And I just want to do something I can be consistent with. That's something that makes me happy. Yes, food makes me happy, and what I'm going to try to do, that I think I can be more consistent with, because that's the key, being consistent at something, even if it's a small change, you know. Um, what I like the idea of is, you know, allowing myself to kind of eat whatever I want, like once a day, but then be responsible. Because no matter what, it comes down to being consistent, disciplined, and responsible with something. And
Oh my gosh. You guys, really? Chantal, you have never been. Okay, so, no, that's a lie. The only thing ever you've been consistent with in your life is eating food. Like you do that consistently. You binge eat constantly. You're always eating way too much food. So food is definitely not the yeah.
for me, is it going to be abstinence and just really
I don't know why she keeps using that word. Like abstaining, I get it, but why don't you give us more details? Like what exactly do you mean? What exactly? And maybe I'm just trying to dig for more details than are needed, but I feel like something's missing out of this conversation.
bland eating and not, you know, just
Nobody is telling you to eat bland food. See, you grab this stuff out of nowhere and you pull it into your videos. Nobody said that.
the away way of thinking about food, or um, eating super healthy, or, you know, for the rest of the day and going for walks and stuff like that.
But see, if you have one meal, like one big meal, a mess up meal, you're going to mess the entire day off, right? Because what happens is you eat that meal, and I know I do this myself. You eat that bad meal, and then you're like, well, fuck it, right? Like, I already ate that, so I might as well just go to town. I mean, that's what happens. It happens to me all the time. Like, that's why I have to, like, restrain myself from, like, eating certain things because I know what's going to happen.
Um, being responsible that way about my health, um, going to my appointments, taking my meds, eating healthy outside of what, you know, whatever else I eat throughout the day. So that I think is going to work better for me. Um,
I wonder if she ever gets tired of hearing herself talk. She just maybe it's because she just likes to hear herself set these goals that it makes her feel like she's actually doing it. But unfortunately, Chantal, you're not. Just talking about it isn't enough. You actually have to do it. And like you said, you have to be consistent. So if you're not consistent, you're not going to see any results. All you're going to be is staying, gaining more and more weight, eating more and more food. I mean, the last I say week, she has been completely unhinged with her eating. It is completely out of control. I don't know what you guys think, but for me, just watching her, it's actually sad. Like what is going on in her mind that is making her want to eat such enormous amounts of food? I mean, let's take it for real here. That dish she had at the restaurant, what was it, yesterday? That big ass, she was sitting in the booth, the private booth. I, like that video was so bizarre to me because first of all, she went to dine alone, which I get it, like that's not a big deal. But why wouldn't you go with your husband? Okay, because he could film you and stuff. But all right, let's put that aside. Why are you eating that much food? There is something deeper happening in your life that is making you eat like you you eat so much food and you're still not satiated. Like it's mind bending to me because you don't feel full from what I'm seeing. You seem to constantly need food. Like you're not going to be able to function without eating a shit ton of food. And it's so bad for your body. Nobody needs that amount of calories. Nobody.
So you're probably not going to see a lot of my life outside of my
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She
scheduled
said this
content.
before. Don't worry, guys. She said this before. Never happened. I love hard-boiled eggs. It's a good snack. I mean, that oatmeal doesn't even look good, but okay, whatever.
Because honestly, I just feel like that's just something I enjoy more. And I have to enjoy it. You know what I mean? So,
Chantal, that's one thing I definitely know you don't like is structure and restriction and a schedule and a plan. These are not things that are in your vocabulary. You might say it, but you're not actually going to do it. Um, yeah.
you can think, whatever you want of me. I know a lot of people, if I'm a failure, whatever, that's just not the case. Just because I'm not.
Look, Chantal, you're feeling yourself. You're not feeling any of us. Like we're just watching, okay? We're watching you live your life.
Doing a health journey. And this is the thing, we've been here so many
I
times through
know.
this
Tell me
circle,
about it, girl.
cycle, whatever, oval, because I'm not doing something that I can stick to, that I'm not doing something I enjoy.
Chantal, this advice you got to listen to. You're never going to change if you don't change yourself. The world is revolving around you and you're just continuing to do the same things over and over again, and that is the definition of insanity. Constantly shoving your face with food is not going to give you the results in which you have visioned in your mind, which is being a thinner, healthier version of yourself. You have to actually put it in action. Not just think about it, not just talk about it, you gotta actually do it. And actually, like I tell my kids all the time, don't tell people your plans, because a lot of times even the people closest to you will try to sabotage your joy. Just do it. People will see it by looking at you. Over time it's going to show. And if you do it that way, there's no way somebody can knock you off the tracks. But we know your behavior, we know how you are online, we know how you flip-flop a lot. In the end, all I can say is you need to consistently go to therapy, because if you don't change your mind, this stuff is going to happen over and over again on repeat for the rest of your life. But maybe you don't want to change. Maybe you're really content being dysfunctional. Excuse me.
I feel like I'm trying to please every single member of my audience, because if I don't do a health journey and I go eat something bad or whatever, or I do any kind of mukbang, like the kebab and rice, like people were like, this is sad. Don't
It is sad, Chantal. No human needs to eat that much rice. Okay? The chicken, fine. You can eat as much as you want. I don't care about the chicken. But like the gargantuous amounts of rice that you eat is insane. Like I don't even know. Like I might be able to do a cup, maybe if I'm pushing it, cup and a half. Like you're doing 4 or 5 cups. Like it's wild. It's wild to watch, and it is sad. Like a part of me feels the sadness because this is all her life is food. She has no depth at all in herself. There's nothing more to her. It's just this is it. What you see is what you get.
you want to live, blah blah blah, those kind of people, then I feel bad and I think, okay, I have to try to prove something to these people that I can do this, and then it's just like, I have to just live my life how I want to live it, and not everyone's going to agree or approve of that. That's fine, but I have to be consistent with something. And I want to completely review and try most of the restaurants in Kuwait. And I want that to be a series on my channel, Foodie Beauty. If down the line I'm consistent with weight loss, maybe I'll start another channel, Foodie Gets Fit or something.
Chantal, you don't need to start another channel. We went down this road before. You started the other channels, nothing came of them. So like, just zip that idea. You gotta just forget that idea. You keep saying that and doing that, but nothing ever comes out of it. So just keep this chat. This is your main channel. Just do it on this channel. Okay, we don't need to be jumping around different channels. Just do it on this one. This is fine.
Something like that. Until then, this is just going to be a beezing channel, and I want to do like at least a food review almost.
Okay, so here's the problem I have with her doing the food reviews. If any of you have watched her past mukbangs and supposedly she's reviewing a place and all, she doesn't do a real restaurant review. Normally, when someone goes and does this type of thing where they review restaurants, they not only go with their video equipment or take pictures, some people just take pictures, right? And they give their feedback on it. You say nothing about, the texture of the food, the flavor, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it. You don't make any observations when it comes to the food. And somebody who's a food critic or somebody who's going to review different places to eat, different restaurants, you want to hear verbally what it is they've experienced eating there. So if you're unable to articulate that properly, people are not going to get what you're doing.
Almost every day, or some kind of food video. Now, I will still cook some things here and there, so I'll probably organize a schedule where, some days I do food reviews out, some days I cook at home and do a video like that. Some days it's just a mukbang like normal. And then I want to do my live streams because my beezing community is honestly what I really enjoy, and I enjoy having fun. And, that's
the reason why you enjoy that, Chantal, is because you have no real friends. And that's really sad. That's really sad. That your entire existence is online. I mean, look at yourself. This is sad. Like, you have no life. You have no friends. You have no social. You have nothing. You don't have a job. You don't have nothing. And you act like you have such a busy schedule. Like, if you're planning out to review restaurants or you're wanting to cook something, you have plenty of time in your day to get this shit done. I don't understand why everything is a huge obstacle for you to complete.
It's just something in my character, my nature. No matter how modest I try to be, I still need to bees,
Yeah. Go bees, baby. Baby.
I just want to have a positive, fun time. Even my impressions of others, like, I don't think I'll do that too often, but I want to keep it lighthearted,
She's the one who brings the negativity to her channel by simply watching other reactors and then going completely haywire on live, complaining about the YouTubers. And as you could see from yesterday's clusterfuck of a live, she had everybody down pat, right? Like she imitated all the reactors. She was very sarcastic and theatrical with it and stuff like that. Yeah, okay. So you don't watch the reactors? You definitely watch the reactors, Shonda. Like you're watching them all day because you have their shit memorized. Like, it's wild. Get a life. Get a life. Stop focusing on reactors. Focus on yourself. That might change the tune of your channel. You're way too vested in the reactors. And unless you get some type of robust content going on your channel, we are the only ones floating you, in particular the larger reactors. Okay, you would not have much of a traction at all if it wasn't for these reactors, in particular the larger ones, because they come, they watch on their channel, and sometimes they'll come and watch the complete video on yours. I know I do that sometimes. I'll be like, I just need to see it in the raw. Like, I just need to see Chantal. That's it.
I honestly don't have any hate in my heart for anybody.
Oh, stop.
I
Yes,
just
you
try
do.
to mind my business now and
Mind your business, eh?
not worry about what others are doing or saying.
Oh, you are.
I have no control over that.
Chantal, you are so worried about what everybody else thinks or says because you watch them all the time. Stop lying.
But what others won't recognize, and what I think will work very well if I can be consistent. Normally my brain is disordered. And if I have a day where I'm going to eat a fast food meal or a junky meal, my brain will think all or nothing. So you had a takeout meal, even if it's just like a cheeseburger and fry, that's probably maybe 1,000 calories, you know, depending where you get it from. I'm still allowed, you know, 1,200. A little over 1,200 or whatever, for example. Like the average person will eat 2,000 a day.
But are you okay with a burger and french fries being 1,000 calories or more? I mean, she seems totally fine with it. Like, she's totally cool with eating it. Chantal, like, wake up. Okay, you're on vacation. Let's say you're like, oh, I'm just going to grab some McDonald's. Okay, I understand that. But you're living there, you have a full functioning kitchen. Why would you? And you're in Kuwait, where there's people who have takeout places where they make their food. Like, they have good food, healthy food. Get the chicken, get the fish. If you're going to have rice, just have a cup. Measure it out. Get yourself a food scale so that you can measure everything out. Get measuring cups if you don't have them. You would be surprised at how much you are consuming when you start measuring. I know when I started like looking at my portions, I was like, I can't believe I ate that much food. Like, no human needs that much food to survive. It's ridiculous. You're eating an enormous amount of food. I mean, an amount of food that could probably feed an entire family sometimes. So, you're the definition of a glutton. Like, if anybody wants an example of what a glutton is, or a person as an example, this would be it. She is such a glutton.
I'm allowed a little more according to my fitness pal. I'm not really paying attention to that right now.
Yeah, but you can manipulate your fitness pal, right? You can decide not to put a certain food in. She might have a dinner and she might might not put the sauces in, and the sauces might add a couple hundred calories or something, or the sodium in it or whatever. I don't believe that she's entering everything in that she's eating, drinking, consuming, including her water. I don't think that she's doing that. She should, because I know from my own experience doing that helps me to visually look at my food and measure it with my eye instead of having to constantly measure it out, because now I know. Now I know better because I trained myself to be able to see a portion for what it is and not what I think it should be.
It's like I'll just go and eat like whatever. Maybe 2 fast food meals after that. I'll order twice instead of just the once. And then I'll have like a whole night of snacking. It's just awful. I want to find some kind of balance, you know? Because regardless, food should primarily be nourishment, 100%. But the reality of the society we live in, it's also a pleasure.
You
And I've
can
built my
change
channel
that.
around that.
I mean, this is something my husband and I talk about occasionally is this like this want of food. Like I've never experienced like I have to have it type of feeling. Like she just Jones is so bad.
It's also a pleasure. And I've built my channel around that. And I enjoy it. I enjoy going out
I don't believe that.
and getting food. Try.
If anything, when she does go out, she goes when she knows it's not busy. We all know that she does that because she doesn't want to be seen. I mean, she's a freak of nature when she's out in public. In particular, if you're in a place where people are fairly thinner, like Thailand, right? Um, you're going to stand out. It's like when I was a kid, if there was a fat kid, that fat kid stood out, got picked on. Not, now, is that right? No. However, that's what happened. But now we're like looking at people like her who have no accountability, no one holding them to any particular standard. She just thinks this is all fine, and it's not. It's not healthy, and it's not a good example.
Trying different new foods. And if you're restricted by that, it's hard. Mentally.
Why not just eat less calories? Don't eat as much
And it's just
food.
not something I'm strong enough to do. And I have to be honest about that.
That's why you need therapy. I mean, think about this. Look at her spoon. That's a serving spoon. And when she was slopping up the fasoli, we say fasulia in my family, but the green bean thing she made with the meat, that's very popular. We eat that too. Um, she was eating, she had a serving platter with a big ass serving spoon. And she had it filled to the mat. I mean, I couldn't believe that she was able to get it into her mouth. It was high and wide, and I mean, just the whole spoon filled with food. And she just opens her mouth and takes it all in and chews what, two times? And swallows. Oh my god. It's too much.
But guilt tripping also doesn't help. Because it makes these little efforts I'm doing, you're about just trying to make other meals during the day healthy, not just all or nothing junk or no junk, it makes me feel bad a little bit about myself. So I don't want that also, like in my chats and stuff, constant negativity.
Yeah, but you can't control that. What you put out is what you're going to get back. You're negative, that's why you get negativity.
I mean, you're allowed to have an opinion, so I don't know. But
Chantal, you got to stop caring about what other people think. Just live your life, do your thing. That's all you ever talk about. And in the end, I don't even think you give two craps what anybody wants. You're still going to do what you want to do.
so all this to say, um,
All this to say, I'm a piece of
my
shit.
niche is going to be food and beesing.
My
Having fun
niche
in
is
real
going to be
life.
food and beesing. Here we
I
go.
love going out. Um, doing those long live streams, going out. So I'm gonna try to keep a balance in my daily life.
How would that look? You're like in Kuwait, living there, well, wherever you're living, and there's this morbidly obese, nearly or over 500 pounds, whatever. I know the weight thing is boggling all of us because we're just like, there's no way. But anyway,
And I think I feel so much relief knowing that I'm not putting all of these strict restrictions on myself.
Just eat less. Measure. Start there. Just start there. It's so easy. Pull out a measuring cup, and when you get your rice, measure it out to 1 cup. Dump the 1 cup onto your plate. Get a smaller plate because visually, when you have a larger plate, you're naturally going to want to fill it up and eat a lot more food. So, what you want to do is get yourself a smaller plate. Put that cup of rice in there, and voila, the plate looks full. Then put your fasulia, whatever it is you call it, um, or whatever, chicken, fish, whatever the protein is that you want to get. Eat as much as that as you want. The protein, who cares? Eat it. But you got to start measuring, and maybe start by just measuring your carbs, cutting out your sugar. That's easy. And I'm telling you, the longer you go, if you make it a day with no sugar, you'll definitely make it to day 2. If you make it through day 2, no doubt you're making it to day 3. Like, you don't have to consume sugar every single day, Chantal.
And believe me, you don't have to show me. I know the cycle's insane. That's part of disordered thinking,
Yeah.
is that cycle.
Yeah.
This meal is really, actually really good. It's one of my favorite go-tos for like first meal of the day, breakfast kind of thing, because it gives me a lot of energy. Like, it's really good for you. Full of protein, good fats with the flaxseed.
I've never been a fan of oatmeal. It's all right. It would be my first choice.
I think at some point, which I might talk about in therapy, what I don't like about therapy is they always ask you, what do you want out of therapy? And I really usually don't. I usually just say, I don't know, I'm just going to go with the flow. But this,
So you don't know what you want to gain from putting yourself through therapy. That says a lot about you. Really does. Because that tells me that you're only going through the steps to show, make it an outwardly thing. But you're not genuinely vested in the therapy itself. You just want to follow the steps and do what's expected of you so that you keep your fan base somewhat satisfied. But we know that you don't do that. You have to be consistent.
this time, as more of a grown adult, I want, you know, I do want to go back in the past and make amends with things that are still hurting me today that I don't realize. I want to unleash those feelings that I have to. And I want healthy coping mechanisms for my depression.
I would think that one of her obstacles with these therapists is because when they start asking her questions or suggesting things, she does not want to hear that. She just wants to hear herself talk. She doesn't want to hear, okay, so what do you think you can do that would make the situation better? Because when a therapist asks you, what do you want to get out of this therapy? You have to have some type of goal. Either it's, I want to have a clearer mind, or I want to get past my childhood traumas, or it could be, I want to achieve this particular goal in the next 2 years, and I have to fix my mind to do it. There could be a whole bunch of reasons why. But when you go to therapy, you want to have an end point. You know, that I want in the end to walk away feeling like this. You know, you need to have something to work towards, because then you're really not working, right? There's no objective, there's no goal, there's no end point. Maybe it's you just want to have a happy life. Maybe you don't want to be so dysfunctional thinking.
And mental health. So that's, I know what I want. That will make it a lot easier. But I'm definitely,
Yeah, she's gonna take two
going to give
hours
it a
to chew
solid
the
go.
last bite. And then she gives us 2 words, takes a drink, then she'll give us 2 more words.
Weird.
You're weird.
So,
Yeah, so.
consistency feels good.
You
And I
haven't.
think it can only come from if you
She hasn't yet done. She's talking about it. She hasn't even done anything yet, and she's like, consistency feels good. Chantal.
really believe in what you're doing, like with the no rage, you know.
Well, why don't you make that your goal with the therapist? Say, my first goal is to not allow reaction channels or others who have opinions of me send me into a rage while I'm live and hundreds, if not thousands, of people will eventually see me. Or I'll have to take down the video because, yeah, I believe that because I took it down, it never happened. Though there's people who have recordings of it and post it up. Okay.
Um, I actually don't know what people are saying about it.
Lie.
But
Lie.
when I do well at something,
What have you done well at,
critics,
Chantal?
haters, whatever, they never acknowledge it. They never,
Okay, I'm going to give you an acknowledgement. The other day, when you were wearing that light colored lipstick and your makeup looked really nice, I don't remember what video it was, but I'll give you a compliment there. Your makeup was on par. It was excellent. It was perfect. It was natural looking. It wasn't ridiculous stage makeup that you don't need to put on when you're not going anywhere. Um, I'll give you that. I mean, I've heard other reactors say positive things here and there. I mean, it happens. You're just not looking out for those things. You're trying to fight all the negative stuff so you could rage on your live.
acknowledge that I'm doing well, whatever, you know. But a lot of you do, and I appreciate you guys. And everyone has their army. Everyone has their followers, you know, as everyone should. Everyone should have supporters. Well, depends there, but you know what I mean. um, so I think honestly the trick is just that I just try. I just put in the effort to try to control my emotions and leave the rest up to God. Not only that, but just there was a switch. Something changed. I don't think I would be able to be consistent with the no rage for so long if there wasn't. It's a like a paradigm shift within my own mind, you know, like a
Wait, I gotta take this back because I don't know what the fuck she is talking about. What? Okay, let's see.
leave the rest up to God. And I just try. I just put in the effort to try to control my emotions and leave the rest up to God. Not only that, but just there was a switch. Something changed. I don't think I would be able to be consistent with the no rage for so long.
Is she saying that she's been consistent with the new rage? Is she actually on video saying that to us? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You have not controlled your rage. You just spent last night imitating like all the top reactors. Did you forget that? Oh, that's right, because it happened yesterday. It never happened. Oh, God, I'm so stupid. Okay.
If there wasn't, it's a like a paradigm shift within my own mind, you know, like a realizing that there's no point in defending yourself over things. There's no point in being negative. It's
We've
just
been here
I just want
before.
peace in my life and positivity. It's so much better. It's
How
so
many
much
times
healthier.
have we heard this?
So I don't like myself when I'm angry and hurting other people even if I'm hurting other people back who have been,
Less
who've
than
come for me
kind to
first,
you.
even if I'm being defensive, whatever. I don't like myself doing that. Don't like giving that stuff attention. So that's, I think, you know, why I've been successful, but I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. It's still early in the year. But, on that happy note, I guess that's it. I just wanted to explain that to you guys because I know you're confused, and I know people will stay confused for a little while because maybe they miss a video or whatever, but I'm going to just try to stick to fun content, food-related content, because, you know, because yes, food is addictive like a lot of other substances, but we still need to eat it. It's not the same. It's not totally the same.
Nobody is telling you to starve yourself, Chantal. Please stop taking such extreme views when nobody said that.
As other addictions, and we still need to eat, and I can't have a guilty, all or nothing, abstinent kind of attitude with food. I just can't. I want to have like a balanced life.
When have
and
you
that's what I'm
ever
working
had that
towards,
type of
so.
view?
Anyways, guys, I thank you for watching and listening for the.
All right, guys, we're going to hop into the recent live that she just finished because I think it's still up. So let's see. Okay, so this was an hour ago. It posted. It's a 3-hour live, so naturally, you know me, guys. I got to speed this baby up because this is going to be a long one. I'm probably going to skip through the blank areas that, you know, she's driving and stuff like that because we know much of her video doesn't have much content to it. So let's see what she had to say in this live. 3 hours. Wow. All right, let's go here.
The chicken's not fresh, or like the fries are soggy. I hate that.
All right, so we see that she gets food.
Yes. Thick burgers. Yeah, I want this one.
Mushroom Swiss.
Regular or medium.
combo.
Let's get regular. Yes. Diet. Do they have sauces? Dismiss. Add to order. I want a sauce. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Yeah, ma'am.
She's got to have the sauce.
Mushroom Swiss. Santa Fe. Complete. Okay, let me just pay for this, okay? Hold on, guys.
Can she fit in a booth?
Ew.
Oh my goodness.
Fast food be on the computer. So I don't have to tell you what I ordered. And then I said mushroom Swiss, and he was saying
Can't hear
something
her
like,
very well.
"We don't have man something." I'm like, what? You don't have what? What? You want me to... Yeah, can you hear me better now? Thank you. Yeah,
That
thank you.
is so. It's
Thanks a lot.
so weird to think. It's so weird to think somebody's sitting there like filming. I don't know. Maybe I'm just old. I'm probably just old, guys. Like I don't. I would be like, what the hell are you doing? Like you're sitting there filming yourself eating and talking to a camera. It's
Hey, Vanessa. I just got the regular combo. I blocked some negative people because I'm just not into it. Sorry.
okay. She blocked some negative people.
Yeah, it's clear those people don't like to be here, so see ya.
Can't hear her very well. The volume.
Hey, Chucky.
That's her meal.
Mushroom Swiss burger.
I have to say, the last time my husband and I got Burger King, oh, it's disgusting. Like I don't know what they did, because we had it before. It was fine. It was awful.
No, I don't like fries on my burger.
That's a burger. It's almost like their patty smaller or something. It's something changed.
Thanks, Chucky.
Hey, Chucky.
No, it's a deal.
She's barely talking. Okay. She's shaking her head.
No, Chrissy, I haven't.
I hate when she doesn't keep the live chat. Ugh. All right, all she's doing is eating and reading. Oh my
I wanted the
god.
large meal.
Alright, so let's.
How are these snakes here? My teeth don't hurt, world.
Alright, she's back
Today,
in the
and this is my
car.
last meal, which I saved. Like, I had a normal size fast food meal. Honestly, tired of people with their own issues, smoking, whatever, making comments.
Okay, so I personally don't have any issues, so I can talk. So I'm just kidding. Um, God, didn't she just say she was not gonna rage? She doesn't even know what the reactors are talking about. She has no clue. She is not interested. Did we not just see that, guys? All right.
It's about my lifestyle.
She's in defensive mode, everybody. She's gonna let us know what she's thinking.
Yet insecurities from anime, there's no insecurities. Like, as if I would ever leave my husband for an internet person. Like, no. Hey,
Oh,
Miss Mary Mac,
okay.
Buttercup.
So I understand what she's talking about. It was the feeders. So you know how like some of the reactors were like, "There's no way, there's feeders, no way." Okay, I've been saying it consistently from like day one watching her. She's got feeders. These women, these morbidly obese women. I have to share one time that I'm trying to find this documentary. It's like from the 80s, and it's about these men that like to feed these obese women to death. And I have to share on my Twitter because I'm sorry X because it would give people who are not as knowledgeable of that fetish to understand how it works and why these people are the way they are and what they do and how sexualized it is and everything. It's very interesting because it gives you a peek inside on that side of it all. And there's like this whole underground going on with these people who have very deep fetishes when it comes to feeding. It is like serious business for them. Like they take it very serious. And they literally get off on feeding you food. And whether it's virtually or in person, it doesn't matter. The idea that this man says, and he's, look, the person's bold, right? They're doing this on a live. It's not like they're doing it in the background like they normally would, whereas, you know, they would be sending her money through her Cash App or whatever it is, sending the money directly to her saying, I would love to see in your next video you get a one of those hurricane sandwiches and I want you to eat the whole thing. And if you do that, I'll send you 5 grand. Yeah, it's really tempting, right? Why not? When these women have no other content and their whole life revolves around food, it totally makes sense. And now this person, this feeder, is bold enough to be sending huge amounts of money and instructing this person on what they should do and what they want to see. Oh, buy another one. Get yourself this dessert. Why don't you go back to the bakery? When they're doing this stuff, because it gives them power, it turns them on. Like in some way, they were able to manipulate you to get you to do something, and they did that with money. You want the money, they want to jack off. Okay, so you both are getting your rewards. So absolutely, I've said it from the beginning. She has always had feeders. There is no way that she could survive with no job, living the life that she lives, spending the way that she spends, if she didn't have feeders. She cannot survive on YouTube coin alone. She does not get views like that. It doesn't matter how many subscribers you have. What matters is how many views you got. And she really doesn't get that many views considering how many subscribers she has. Like this particular live was streamed 4 hours ago. Got 5,300 views because she's eating, right? And that isn't a lot of views. I mean, it's decent, but it's not a lot. Okay? These feeders are what sustains the income. And that's why she will never change unless she gets the mental component fixed. Because she has to get out from under this hamster wheel she's on where feeders are giving her huge amounts of dough to do things for which she enjoys thoroughly and as stuffing her face. So it's like a cycle of abuse. You're just going to continue to go around because if you're continuing to want to eat huge amounts of food, the feeders are always going to be there because they're the only ones that can continue to fund your channel and you survive. She has to have feeders. Her YouTube coin is not that much.
Yep. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just answering the questions. Yeah, beach bees. I'm just like, I have to be perfect.
No, you don't.
But every other person
No,
on the
you
internet
don't.
judging me can smoke, can be 350 pounds. No problem. So if you were like being judged for trying to deal with things in your own way, and not only in my own way, because I'm in therapy now and other things, but hey Zainab, 370. Do you know what I mean? Like,
So she participated in one therapy session, so now she's quote unquote in therapy. It's, yeah. I want to see it consistent. Are you going to do it for years? Because it takes years to dissect through years and years and years of unaddressed issues that has piled up. I mean, it's probably going to take 10 years for you to get through all that.
all of Gore World is like overweight and that people can judge me. It's so weird. But not just them, just like, I don't know, just fuck. I wish people would just honestly just like mind their business. I mean, specifically, I just hate being judged by people who have their own vices, you know?
Shanta, I can promise you there's probably nobody out there who doesn't have some type of vice. Okay? Like, everybody has something.
And there's nothing wrong with eating the meal I just had. Nothing.
Really?
You know, I ate
There
very healthy
isn't?
today. That took willpower, okay? Like, because people don't see the struggle I go through behind the camera of, you know, like,
Granted, I'll say what she ate just now was far less than what she has eaten in the last few days. Yes. Is it normal? Is it okay? No. Because you eat fast food nearly every day. So I would say if you came on the live and said, this is a normal meal, if you had not eaten fast food in the last 6 to 7 days, I would say, okay. Like I always do with the kids and my family and everything. Like we always did fast food Friday. Every Friday we would order out, not necessarily from fast food, maybe a pizza place, but we would order. And we still do it today. Fast food Friday. But you eat this every day. So you have to it's an accumulative effect. You've eaten so many calories in a week that just by eating this meal does not all of a sudden zero out all the other calories you ate yesterday and the day before and the day before. I'm sorry, that does not happen. You still have to have accountability for that because that, in reality, you ate an enormous amount of food that is not acceptable for a healthy diet.
having to really control myself all day and try to balance my life and try to get.
And granted, I'll give it to her that what she ate just now wasn't like ridiculously like that hurricane sandwich she ate. What the hell was that? I could not believe how large that was. And she ate the entire sandwich. Like my husband was saying, that would feed us over 2 days, the both of us. I'm like, yeah, it would. Like, that's an enormous amount of food. But that's how warped her view is when you think about it. She really doesn't understand portions. And until she gets herself a food scale and some measuring cups, if she doesn't have them, and starts really looking at the portions she's eating, she is still going to eat this way because it is it is not normal to eat that much food all the time, every day.
Get rid of that disordered way of thinking about food. Like, and whenever you, Joy, for example, come in here and say things in my own chat, which is supposed to be my positive space, and say things like, you shouldn't be eating that.
Aw, are
Oh, no,
you?
no, 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 fast food meal. It really just brings back, it's like, it doesn't do any good. You're not going to make me change the way I live my life. So,
Yeah, but you're using it as a coping mechanism. I mean, if you're shutting down any type of criticism, whether it's from your family, friends, YouTubers, whatever it is, it- then you're living in that perpetual denial. You're not really addressing the issues. And if you're going to therapy, if you want to address the issues, you got to face them. You have to have the raw conversations. I'm sorry. I know it sucks and it's painful and you're going to probably hate it. But once you walk away from it, you're going to feel really, really good. Trust me. I know.
But yeah, that's all I gotta say about that.
Let's see. We still got 2+ hours. I have her on super fast, by the way. So imagine how slow this would be going. We're already 30 minutes in. Or 40. Look, she wants to rage. You can see it.
My router plugged in.
Her face is all red. She's hangry.
Goodbye.
She's rolling her eyes. Of course, she didn't keep the chat, right? So we don't know
I
what
don't
the
need an
person
education
said.
class to teach me that Hardee's is not diabetic friendly. Like,
Well, apparently you do because we were looking at your eating. I mean, apparently you do need to have that class, and it was recommended to you, which you so casually glossed over and decided not to attend when it would have done wonders for you.
yeah, how dare people be preachy? Yes, Angela, goodbye. I've already said I don't want preachiness and annoying negative vibes in my chat, so that's why. See you. Go somewhere else, somebody who's like doing weight loss journey on their channel, and go preach to them.
So basically, you want everybody to just do what you want and say whatever it is that you want to hear. Okay, I got it.
Thank you. Hi, Pajami. I just mean in general, like, people are, judge other people when they have like even bigger skeletons or like they have bigger issues or they don't have perfectly healthy lifestyles. Like, get a life.
None of us have perfect, healthy lifestyles. Trust me. Look, if when Friday comes, I'm gonna be ordering for the pizza place or sandwich place or something. I'm going to have my fun meal. But I work all week to eat as perfectly well as I can. And I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect, Shanta. Nobody's expecting perfection from you. But all we're asking is this a little bit. Just a little bit, a little at a time. Maybe start by portioning your foods, understanding measurements, looking at what you're eating for what it is.
Yeah, I went on hold, sorry. So,
Where is she going now? I guess she's going back to the apartment. Let's see.
are you dizzy, strawberries?
Oh god, she drives around more.
I eat as bad as you, even live. Hi, Teardrop!
So does she basically? Because I know there's people who like kind of map it out and know familiar places she's driving by. Like, I, I keep hearing that she's driving a particular road like in a circle. Do you guys agree with that? Do you think that's what she's doing? I haven't looked deeply enough into it, but if that's the case, if she spends 3 hours driving around, eating food, and talking to people on live, wow, I want that life. Not. I mean, that's sad. It's really sad. Like, wouldn't you like nighttime want to go out, hang out with friends, have dancing, music, just do something instead of just driving around in circles? Because if that's what she's doing, I don't know. But she's obviously going to familiar places. She would have to strategically know where bathrooms are at, right? Because at any moment that could happen.
Is it really so hard? Like, is it so hard for people to be positive? Like, I don't know what's wrong.
Okay, so one thing that gets on my nerves is her giggling after everything she says. I don't know what the point is of that. Nothing, and not everything is funny, Chantal.
Wrong with people, you know? Like, I
Well, life isn't always positive, Chantal. And if you're being negative, you're going to get negativity back.
literally ate super healthy. I went to therapy. I ate super healthy for 2 meals today, and this is my last.
Super healthy. Okay, so she's saying that she had the oatmeal and the 2 eggs and this, and that's it. Do you guys believe that? I don't. I don't because her eyes are just darting way out to the side.
Meal, which I saved as to go out with you guys.
Yeah, see
Something to
her
do as well.
eyes
And I
when
like
she
to go out and
says
eat.
it. Look,
And this is my last. Like, I literally ate super
watch
healthy.
her
I went to
eyes.
therapy. I ate super healthy for 2 meals today, and this is my last meal, which I saved
See how her
as to
eyes?
go out with you guys.
See, she's trying to think. She's trying to point her eyes to the inner corners of her brain and say, think quick, think quick. What can I say? What can I say? Because I gotta lie. Because I gotta make them think that I suffered for this meal. I suffered for it. Do you hear me? I ate that oatmeal, that disgusting, gooey, gloshy, mucusy oatmeal, shoved that down my gullet, and then I went and I had a fast food meal at Arby's. How dare you? How dare you people? How dare you? I starved myself for this. I do not believe that she went without eating in between. Nope.
Something to do as well, and I like to go out and eat, and I'm trying to.
And frankly, if the other video was posted 5 hours ago, and let's say she made it an hour earlier, and this posted this, she went on live 5 hours ago, so it's pretty close. It's pretty close. I don't know. I have to look at the timing again. Maybe
incorporate my very non-healthy habits into healthy ones. I'm trying. You know what I mean? Like, nobody has a right to tell me what I'm doing is wrong. Like, I'm giving it. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Nobody's telling you. We're just suggesting. When we say these things, we're just giving advice. We're not demanding you must do it. We would like to see you do it. We would like to see you succeed. We would like to see you get healthy. We'd like to see you go and do all those things you want to do and travel here and there. But looking at you the way you are now and the way that you're eating, you're never going to get to that point.
Yeah, Deb. Hey, Christina.
Wait. Make that your end goal for therapy. I want to be able to be healthy in my mind enough that I'll be healthy in my body so that I can spend time traveling the world. Make that your end goal. Because until you get your mind right, you're not going to get the food right. And if you don't get the food right, you ain't going to fit into the airplane seat. And if you don't fit into the airplane seat, you ain't going nowhere. And I know ain't a word.
Exactly, Superboy. You're more than welcome to be in my chats and to watch me and to hang out, but I don't want negative people. Like, you know. So.
Your own little bubble.
It's just how it is, you know.
Just how it is, you know.
Yeah, I mostly do sex appeal. I don't really acknowledge these people.
I'm really surprised this video
and I don't mean
is still
specific
up.
people. I mean in general, like a sweeping statement for people in my life and online. Just period. You know. Where are we gonna go next? Maybe the beach right now? I'm not even full. Like, I'm not stuffed.
Did you see that guy walk by? Let's see. Here he goes. Ready? Look behind her. The bikes pull up with the two riders. Now look, the guy looks into the car. He's probably like, what the hell is she doing? And he's looking.
Where are we gonna go next?
I'm sure Yava's gonna
right
slow that down and replay it 10
like,
times.
I'm fine. You know, I like specifically got the small size meal, regular size meal. There was regular, which I guess is small, medium, and large. I specifically picked the smaller size meal.
I thought she
yogurt, maybe after.
I thought she picked a medium. I don't think that was the smallest. Maybe I'm wrong.
Everyone has unhealthy habits and addiction, not just Chantal. Yeah. Hey, Meg. Happy meal piece. Hi, Crispy Paneer. Mozzarella sticks in the oven? Oh, yum. Yeah, I have cat food. Supporting someone means you don't have to agree with everything they do, but you want them to be happy we support you. Thank you. Beach bees. Yes, Mike. Get a Lulu. I'm not craving. Like, I don't know.
Give it time. You just ate.
That's all I had. That's fine. Those are delicious. Yeah. No rage approaching. I mean, I'm not raging, but I'm human, and you know, I'm not gonna be like super. Sometimes I'm gonna be affected.
Chantal, can you please leave the live chats on? It's very helpful so we can get some context into what the hell you're talking about.
By things.
Let's see if I can speed her up a little bit more. She's really.
I know I wasn't talking about Salah with the smoking. I'm just talking about other people, like, you know, in general, like people who have bad habits will judge other people, like for, you know, it's just weird.
Well, here's the difference, right? You put your life online to be viewed and judged. Um, reactors don't. Reactors are looking at your life and producing commentary for it. So they're not in the spotlight. You're the one putting your life online. The reactors, I mean, some of them do. I know some of them have other channels, but I'm saying, like, it's a choice, right? If you're going to put your life out there, you kind of got to expect that you're not going to have toxic positivity everywhere, because that's what it is. It's toxic. Life isn't always positive. Every moment isn't always happy. Every time in life, it doesn't mean it's no stress. Like, you're going to have those moments. That's normal. Nothing's perfect.
Like, to me, like, those little changes are big for me right now. I've said in my previous video, like, I'm not capable of abstaining right now, and I don't want to. It's too much.
Okay,
And
so
so
just do
for me, I'd
you.
rather try, you know.
If you believe that you did what you said you did, which is eat that oatmeal and egg, and then not eat, starve yourself to have that RB meal, maybe.
um Working with a therapist to try, like, coping mechanisms and stuff, other, like,
I genuinely hope she sticks with the therapy. I mean, I'm going to be serious for a moment, because I've been saying this for years with her. Her mind is really dysfunctioned. Like, it's very dysfunctional. The way she thinks is very delusional. Um, I think she has very little experience when it comes to life. I think she lives a very sheltered life in a bubble. Um, I hope she keeps with that therapy, because if she's consistent with the therapy, we could see the positive effects trickle down to how much she's eating or her food choices. And that would delight many of us to see you succeed, Chantal.
building a more normal relationship with food. Like, I had that super healthy breakfast. I had home cooked food. I had a bit of the leftovers from the beans and beef midday, and then this is the last thing. This is the next thing I ate. If you guys saw me
Okay.
every day, like, you don't
So
know
she did
my
have
full
other
eating
food.
habits. You
Okay.
only see a snippet of it. You don't see what a real binge is like for me. You don't see um how I live, like, 24/7.
Just because what you show us is to you not considered a binge, doesn't mean it's not a binge. That is a binge. What you do, how you eat, is binging. Nobody should be eating that amount of food in one sitting. You don't need that much food.
A small burger and fries isn't even 1,000 calories. Yeah, I don't know how much it is. The Santa Fe sauce is 9 calories, but I didn't even eat all that. I'm gonna bring it home because it's expensive. And I have, like, oven French fries at home. Maybe I have some chicken fingers in the freezer. I can eat it with. You don't have to
Of
explain the
course, those
changes. Yeah.
chicken fingers will
Thank
be
you, Ruth.
breaded.
Home cooking. It is. Yeah, home cooking. I'm gonna do a mix of both. Cause, yeah, like, I don't feel good if I eat only fast food. I don't feel good doing that. Um,
Yeah, that's all you seem
yeah, I
to
saw
do.
that during the fat. Thank you. I didn't reply yet. Sorry.
I think
Yeah,
she
thank
cooked
you.
once this week.
Blue money like a rock star. Well, that too, Tangy. They have no room to talk for sure. But not just them, just anybody. You know. The temperature is 18.5 Celsius. I don't have money for fast food, or I probably would splurge. Yeah, it can be expensive. It's not too bad here. But yeah, it is expensive compared to, eating certain things at home. Like, you can buy, like, really cheap things to eat at home. Strange. I didn't see any drama. I haven't been following really anything. I don't know who
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is.
right. I really haven't been. I haven't been following anything. No, I have no clue. And wasn't she just like playing actress yesterday, last night, or whenever it was that she did that theatrics of imitating some of the reactors? Yeah, that was quite a sight, Chantal. You were really off the rails.
But enjoy before the summer hits. Oh, freak, man. So yeah, double cheeseburgers. Hey, Love Bomber. Fast food challenge. I probably will eat fast food almost a little bit of. I don't know. Probably. I don't know. Depends. Hey, DC. Ugh, 30 days of KFC. Indomie. I like the chicken curry or the fried noodles one. McD's fries. They're good Zainab when they're fresh. Ugh. Anyways, alright. Time to go to the beach.
Okay.
Force yourself to hate it. I won't hate it if I don't make myself sick off of it. Like, if I had you know, a cheeseburger and fry meal, small fry meal every day, and then ate healthy the rest of the day, I don't really see an issue with that, honestly. Like your day is like 80% healthy and 20% unhealthy. I think that's a good start in my opinion, as long as I can stick to that. And it does still feel hard because you have to kind of still be conscious of what you're doing. You know, I can't just go home and snack all night, you know? Hey, Ashley, the impressions. What we eat two different, because ECP, because like my channel is a food channel, so a lot of my content I make as food, right? So for my content food, I don't eat with him, obviously, you know what I mean? So, sometimes I'm like craving something very specific, which I do a lot, and he doesn't like always the same things as me, you know? So he's having lamb and rice today with mokia. That's like one of his favorite meals. And for me to make all of that would be so hard, time consuming, and expensive, whereas it's so affordable to just order it.
Well,
You
yeah,
know, it's
you're
like
in Kuwait.
where
There,
he
you
gets it from
don't
it's like less
have
than
to.
2 KD, and it's like a
Yeah.
really nice meal. So I think 2 KD with delivery and everything. So
Yeah, look, when you're, it's like if you were living in Italy, you know, like why wouldn't you get the food from a local place?
beware of anyone who throws a lot of money your way in super chats. Why? I mean, what can they do though? You know, like it's not like I flirt with the person. Like, yeah, if you're gonna send me money, don't expect anything, because no amount of money is worth that. And like people saying, "Hi, we found that like my husband is broke and I wasn't gonna go out to eat." Like, I'm not gonna get those super chat money, for like a month or whatever. So I was gonna go to eat on my husband's dime before that. You know, people are
Chantal, it's not your quote unquote husband's funds. It's yours. Stop trying to think we're this dumb.
so like I don't know how people live with themselves, waking up every day. What can I do to be negative and try to paint someone in a bad picture? But it doesn't work because I don't care. Just watched your video. I want you to know, Nate, that I don't care what your diet is. I find you hilarious. It'll all be I know. Thank you, page 5. Every time I see page 5, I laugh. They want you to get bigger. Well, they can want what they want. It doesn't mean I'm going to do it. Like, I ate what I wanted to eat. I didn't go out of my way to eat.
So somebody in a chat said they want you to get bigger. Hmm. I don't know. I don't watch all the reactors, but maybe there are some out there that do that. I definitely don't. I don't watch any YouTubers that wish you get bigger. They might make the comment, but I don't think deep down they want you to get bigger. Um, I definitely don't want you to get bigger.
Eat more just because they said hundreds of dollars. You know, and actually, he didn't really request anything specific. He didn't say, here's another 100, go eat more, or else I'm not going to give you more money. Like, you know, Timu therapist, shut up. Can you get therapy on Timu?
She controls the money. He does not, because that's the only way she can use as a tool of manipulation. Trust me.
Hey, Ginger. Just in your hubby's wallet again. I just put his card and some cash in my wallet. Hey,
Let's
thanks.
see. Okay,
Chick-fil-A
so
has the best
she's going to get up and drive. So we're going to see. Oh boy,
the
this
coast.
this
What is
is.
that? Coffee bean. That looks like
Oh
a nice
god, when
coffee.
she turns, it makes me so
I'm saving my treat for
nervous
my outing with you
because
guys. You know?
when you're fat and your
Or for a
belly's
video, or
hitting that
I don't know. Salah doesn't like to be
steering
on camera.
wheel.
Um,
Oh man. Oof. That
whatsoever.
motorcycle went.
That wasn't that bad.
I think I would have anxiety driving in this country. Everybody seems to be like speed racing. I mean, I know I have it sped up, but
Burgers. Oh. Domino's.
all right.
What else is here? Food content, whatever. But it's okay for them to completely rip off and monetize my content. Okay, because they're too lazy to make their own. Right, that makes a lot of sense.
Wait.
That's so true.
What did you say?
Oh. Domino's. What else is here?
The way people run across the street,
Oh my gosh,
it
looks like it's gonna
gives you a
fall over.
panic
Buttons.
attack. Oh my gosh.
Buttons.
All right.
I'm donating money. Like I say, if we were in a hard up way, I wouldn't be wasting money on like eating out at more, pricier places. Or
They got a speed bump on the middle of like a highway road. And that's got to do a number on your car if you're driving too fast.
as often as I do, it would be like a treat. You know what I mean? But alhamdulillah, like mashallah, I should say that I don't have to worry about that.
Wow. This is some wild driving, people. I think I'm getting nauseous. Oh my goodness. I wonder if she ever gets bored seeing the same place. Okay, that's Dunkin' Donuts. I'm trying to see if I can memorize these places. Dunkin' Donuts was there.
Alrighty,
There's a garage on the other side.
let's go see some cats.
Oh, great.
I love cats.
I'm going to cut out at that part. I'm telling you that much. She's going to get herself so sick touching those animals. Alright, let's see. So she is getting food, I assume. She's got to be getting food. Trying to see, is that her? Wait, let me see if I can. Huh. Okay, maybe I missed it. I'm trying to see like where she goes in. All right. All right. So she's okay. She's leaving the car now. Okay. So this is her walking up. Now, I had seen that one video where she was like walking away and the filter kind of came off of her and she looked bigger. Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, so she didn't go into that place. So she's probably going to the bathroom. Okay, so she took a shit.
You want so they need permission. Are you full? Sorta. I got the small meal, babe. Normally I get the large.
I thought
Hey,
she
Dana.
got a medium.
I might get a small. I want an avocado shake. What is that called, babe? From Fruits and More.
Oh, she's
How do I order that? Avocado and
jonesing
nuts and
for.
honey. Too. You know? Like some people are just toxic.
Yeah, you're
Me too, and that's
toxic. You're definitely toxic.
avocado with asal with mocha sour colchi. No, I can't say it. No, not froyo.
Alright, she's back on the road. Oh god, what is
Walmart?
she doing? That's the
Okay.
coins.
I only have guys.
Okay, I'm going to end this here because I do not like the portions where she's touching these wild cats and they're scratching at her and biting. She's feeding. I can't. She's, I don't know what she's thinking. She is going to get so sick. These are not, house cats. I don't know why she keeps doing this, but whatever. It's her content. Go with it. All right, guys, put your comments below. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe to this channel. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. It helps with the algorithm, and I hope that you all have a wonderful and blessed day.